Hello guys, welcome back. Now I am creating this video to provide you an introduction related to the playlist. In this playlist, I will cover the theory as well as hands-on which are required in order to achieve this certification, that is AWS certified machine learning specialist certification. To whom this course is useful? This course is useful for who are expecting to achieve this badge from AWS. And this course is also useful for data scientists who are working as developers or analysts by analyzing the data for companies and company related projects. And this is very helpful for this is helpful to understand on how to implement ML models on AWS, nothing but cloud, AWS cloud, like how to choose a best model for your application and how to fine tune or train that model based on your requirement and how to implement that model in your application by using AWS services like building, training, deploying, as well as fine tuning of ML models on AWS. These are all things you will learn, and we will also need to understand how to integrate that model that we deployed in our environment. These are all things that we will learn in this playlist. So in order to achieve this certification, you must need to have knowledge on AWS providing ML models and how to implement these concepts like building, training, deploying, and managing the architecture. So now let's see the syllabus or let's see the exam guide. In this exam mainly concentrates on four major domains. These are the four major domains. First one is data engineering. In this data engineering domain, actually the questions are comes on storage services like S3, EFS, EBS. So you must need to have knowledge on these services as well as how to inject the data into these storage services. So those related questions may came related to architecture overview. Like on top of these services, like we are using these services in order to inject the data into our storage services. They are Kinesis data, Firehouse, EMR, Glue, and Flink. And after injecting the data into our storage, we must need to perform some analysis, right? Yes, we must need to perform that. So in order to perform that analysis or processing a task, we have these services like AWS Glue we have, and AWS Batch we have, and AWS EMR also we have. Here we will majorly write the queries or processing by using PySpark script. So getting familiar with PySpark script is very important in order to pass this examination or in order to get real-time implementation to achieve our task easily. Okay, this is all about domain 1. Coming to domain 2, its score is 24% and this domain is exploratory data analysis. Before passing our data to any ML model, we need to perform this data analysis because sometimes we might require to convert the data. First, we need to understand which type of data it is. So that is one of the domain that is this task. And after identifying the data, we need to prepare the data for modeling, for passing to that model. Like we need to fill the missing data or we need to fulfill or we need to handle the corrupted data. So like those things we need to handle by formatting, normalization and augment and scale data. So these are the things that we need to so these are the things that we need to perform before passing the data into our model. After passing the data into our model, after getting the results, we need to analyze that results as well, right? Yes, we need to analyze that results and visualize the data by using ML models. So which is the best suitable graph or static representation, statistics representation or clustered analysis? So which is best suitable? So that discuss about this domain 2. And this is a domain 3. So this contains a huge percentage, that is 36%. So in this domain, we will learn about modeling. In order to answer for this domain, we need to have knowledge on few concepts, like we have some business cases, and for that particular business case, which model exactly is preferred to select. So those things we need to understood here. And which type of parameters do we pass to the model so that we can able to exactly make the model suitable for our requirement, and how to train the model or fine tune the model based on our business case with our business data, and how to evaluate our model. So these all concepts need to be covered under this domain 3. So this is about the domain 3. We need to understood the problem statement and select the specific ML based model that we require. And we need to train our model based on our requirements, and we need to perform some optimization by using the parameters, and we need to also evaluate that model whether it's a good or not for our requirement. So that all things will be covered in this domain. So that's why here the score is more, that is 36%. And this is the domain 4. So in order to answer this domain, actually this domain contains 20% of your score, 20% of your certification score. And so in this domain, the domain is related to machine learning implementation and operations. We'll implement or we'll select and deploy a model in this domain 3. Then in this domain, in order to answer the questions related to this domain, we need to have knowledge regarding the concepts, like our model related scalability. After implementing the model, we might require to scale that model, that scalability, availability and performance, resilience and tolerance. These all we need to understood in this domain. As well as after implementing all these, we also have requirement to select a specific ML feature or model for our requirement, like a text transcription or text conversion. And these are the AWS services that, or these are the AWS providing ML based models. So we must need to understood about these, because we might get the question related to these, like Amazon Polly, Lex and Transcribe and Amazon Q. And SageMaker, this is the very important service we need to understood before going to exam, that is Amazon SageMaker. This we are used to implement, that is building, deployment, training, all the things that we can able to do in this SageMaker service. And apart from this, we need to consider the cost considerations as well. And in exams, mostly the questions came like, if you are implementing the ML models by using a lambda functions, then we can able to implement our service or ML models in lambda functions up to certain runtime only. If that runtime exceeds, then what you would prefer, like EC2 you would prefer, or some other cases will be provided. So we need to answer about that question. In order to answer such questions, we need to understood this. That is, in this domain, we need to understood the scalability and performance. These are the things will be concentrated during that scenario. And we need to know about these AWS services as well. And coming to security, security is very important. So in order to implement security, we need to understood about these all concepts like IAM service related concepts, S3 related concepts, as well as VPC related concepts, security groups related, as well as encryption related concepts also we need to understand. So as per the previous questions that we have seen, encryption related to S3. The questions will be coming in this area, like S3 encryption. So in the S3 encryption related questions are coming. So we need to understood these concepts as well. And this is the optimization, like already deployed endpoints, how we can able to interact with our ML models using those interaction endpoints. Let's say if we updated, or let's say I have created a ML model. Now I updated that ML model, then how can I able to interact with that updated model? So those are the some examples related to questions that might come in the examination. If we see the services related to this exam, so these are all the analytic services that we need to understood, as well as these are the compute services and container services that we need to understood. We are getting question related to this as well. Container services or EKS, ECS or EKS. Like by using what containerized services you can implement our ML models. This is the advanced concept in order to implement our ML models on top of containers. By using Docker images, we can achieve these tasks as well. So we need to understood by using the Docker images, how can we able to run our application on top of ECS. So such related things we need to understood. And related to database, Redshift related database we need to understood, and DynamoDB related database we need to understood. And coming to storage, these are the services we need to understood. Security related IAM service we need to understood. Networking related. So the basic ML related services, these are all. So we need to understood all of these services, and this the analysis related as well as ML related services we need to understood. And if we see in exam point of view, based on the questions they are providing, this is the general opinion based on the public already written the exam. So as per them, the questions are mainly of three types. Like one is totally depends on questions like ML models, based on ML concepts. Based on that, the questions are coming. Like you can observe here. So these are the concepts related to ML models. So which model to select? They'll provide you a business use case and they'll ask you to which model to select. This is related to ML based questions, and they are also providing the questions related to which architecture is preferred. So for utilizing certain ML models, which architecture is preferred? So that based questions are also asking, like what services or what architecture is preferred in this situation we are using this ML model. So what GPU or CPU, what architecture is preferred? Such type of questions are coming. And at last, we are also getting the questions related to AWS related architecture only. That is the architecture that you build in order to achieve these tasks. So what are the services that you need to prefer? So such questions are also coming related to AWS architecture. So these are the major focus points. related to this exam. These all concepts we need to understood. So for learners who are interested to implement ML based ML in AWS, and those who are performing the roles like a data science for as a developers or analysts, for them this course or this playlist is very helpful in order to leverage or use the AWS services or services that are provided by AWS to use for your ML based models, and you can achieve your specific task or goals. So I hope this video is useful and you understood this video. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye, guys.